What's up, douches? So, Stephanie just yelled at me again. So, I think she wants me to make a video. I'm gonna eat lunch. I'm gonna try to walk to Whole Foods later. I have to do visa shit I keep putting off. I'm studying things. Now, look, believe it or not, the reason why I left the power plant, because I was basically getting paid to play video games there. I was only getting paid like 25 bucks an hour. And I remember. Pretty sure Pretty sure Stealth is the dude who made it Offset the first time, allegedly. And he posted a picture of basically chilling at the beach with a laptop. And I was like, that's these guys' job? That sounds a lot cooler than getting paid to play video games in a power plant for 25 bucks an hour. 2012, something like that. Whenever they released the ISO of Doom. But all I wanted to do was be able to get remote jobs that I could work while I travel, because I heard about the kimchi premium back then. I mean, the Bitcoin hit $1,200, and that was the end of the world. People were doing kimchi premium and making a bunch of money doing it. As I understand it, that's one of the reasons why they have a tax treaty in place. So I just want to do that. I'm telling you, new thing of hacking, scratching my face. When you think of hacking and shit like that, it used to be like checking over web pages, hiding the files, picking the encryption, right? So much social engineering, so much bullshit with text messages and DMs and getting the private channel leaks of the message boards and all that crazy bullshit. Like, it's retarded. I just wanted to, I swear to God, I think it's the Russian dude or the Ukrainian dude. There was some dude, ew or something. The 2012 to 2014 offensive security um, message boards. I literally kept just paying. I bought the wireless course and never really sat for the test. And then I just kept paying like monthly fees to get access really to the message boards more than to the labs. And then I think once they found out, kind of, sort of, whatever the fuck. Look, I rule it as whatever the fuck is going on with GHCQ is like a rogue element and a rogue element in America and all that bullshit. Because really, America and England are one of the strongest allies. Because if they don't, the whole Western world basically takes a shit, right? But there's a lot of like handshaky deals for the bad going on with like DC and City of London and Vatican and all that shit. Whatever. Look up like the King of England during World War II got caught like basically trying to fly to the Nazis to like switch because they were so openly Nazi behind the scenes or whatever the fuck that they had to like have the Queen take over or some bullshit like that. What was I babbling about? I don't remember. She just bugged me. I don't know what to say. Um, oh yeah, Kimchi Premium. That Igor G, whatever his name was, he had someone posted something about how they were getting paid to hack yachts, like $millions. I was like, I'm gonna do that one day. But as soon as I started trying to learn all that shit, all these like international crazy motherfuckers started trying to hunt me down. And I just wanted to be lazy and get paid. And somehow it became this whole thing. Anyways, so about 10 years ago, give or take, when I first got the offensive wireless whatever course, honestly, because of all this political bullshit, I really just have been trying to get a regular job and get paid so I could go do kimchi premium shit. And I'm really just going to spend all day going over coding shit and playing StarCraft 2 because, well, as crazy as Stephanie is, like, she's going to have to take a couple shots in the mouth before I'll fucking even want to stop yelling at her again. But I think she wants to take those shots to the mouth. Well, I just want to remind everyone, I am not a shut-in. I do go places and do things. I don't always hoard crypto and refuse cash. Just Biden is literally giving all of our money, our tax money away to people who hate us. So I decided I wanted to try to minimize that. I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass for 4 years. Those 4 years are almost done. Also, we were having a pandemic where they were forcing everyone to get pokey ouches so they wouldn't go, so they couldn't travel. So I was like, I'm going to stay right here and do nothing and wait for it to be over. And when it was basically over, that's when Horfany struck and fucking tried to steal everything. So, I mean, like, that's almost done one way or the other. Because basically, once I get my visa, then I'm probably going to do a whole lot of things. It's just like, I don't really feel like this is going to, I mean, not to be an asshole, I don't feel like going to the bar down the street. I don't even feel like going to the bar in Korea down the street. I feel like sitting with crypto arbing, setting aside some nice little nest eggs, getting all like the tax loopholes and all that bullshit figured out, and then start moving sums of money around. Because I've known way too many people who have a lot of money, and they get lawyered out of it, or they like sign the wrong thingamajiggy, or the bank takes all the fees. Like, yes, they were taking it out of some kind of a fund they weren't supposed to, and the penalties were to get them to save the money. But I knew some kids, the orphans, I basically helped break out of the orphanage allegedly and all that bullshit. But essentially what it was their parents died when they turned 18. They inherited $1 million or $2 million or some shit like that. in less than a year, they were homeless because they kept going to the bank to withdraw cash, and they were paying these like crazy fees. And then after they would get the cash out and sign the thingy saying they would pay the fee, they would then call the bank and complain about the fees. And then one day when they were like down to like 20,000 or some shit like that, they just showed up randomly at my work. I'm like, dude, you should quit and come with us. We're gonna go to Vegas. And I was like, what are you guys gonna do in Vegas? And they were like, we're gonna fuck a bunch of hookers and gamble. And I was like, I'm working. I have to work tomorrow. I mean, like, if you want to do it on like Saturday, Sunday night to like Tuesday morning, I can probably do it. But you know, I got to work weekends because it's a fucking pizza shop. And if I don't do this, I have to pay rent. Why don't you guys just stay here and pay rent? And if you want to, hire one of those dancers to come over and all that bullshit. No, maybe we have to go to Vegas. We have to go to Vegas because blah, 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 blah. And then like 3 months later, I saw them walking a pit bull, and they were like, "Hey man, we're looking for a place to crash." And I was like, "Where'd you get the dog?" "Oh, we found the dog and the blah 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 blah. What happened to all the money you had?" "Oh, funny story. When we were in Vegas, we got robbed." And blah 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 blah. So I'm just gonna like one step at a time and set everything up. Maybe make a trust of some kind or some kind of a company where I can store the assets in, and maybe a tax liability, tax write-off or some shit like that. Just, I'm sure Stephanie like I totally believe that whatever she's feeling for me, she is feeling it. I don't believe that there's not some kind of like ulterior motive that her handlers had, and she's like, "Fuck, I have to break free of my handlers because he found out." Basically, I made her go off script. I 100% totally get that. That means if they're willing to throw a supermodel at me to try to get me to go off script over some theta, anything more than $1 million, they would go ape shit over. So I need to have like trusts in place and all that shit, and like companies that I found and all that bullshit. That way, because that's what they do. And I'm not sure if I said everything I wanted to say, but I have a tummy ache right now. So I made a video so you can watch it while you sleep or bathe or whatever the fuck. And I'm gonna maybe play StarCraft later. I don't know. I'm just busy doing shit because I can work remotely, but I can't I can't like travel and do whatever the fuck I want to as much as I want to. And I just need to get more certs and do more shit so I can do that. But all this other bullshit takes up so much time, and that's why I don't pay attention to it. Yeah, sure, I could have done it. Look, honestly, when I had the bajillion dollars, when I was liquid, I was like, you know what's better than having $1 million? I was like tripping shrooms every day, allegedly, and having $1 million. So that's basically what I did, and it was amazing. I was like, I'm in the time portal, and this is me successful, and I'm gonna use these shrooms to project my successful self into all the other dimensions of realities and lift myself higher because this is me with a bunch of money, but I don't need money because money needs me. And I'm gonna have money spirit find all my other me's. Because I was so fucking just out of it. I was like shrooming allegedly like eighths at a time all day long for like 3, 4 months straight. It was amazing. It was so awesome. I think that's another reason why Stephanie got pissed off. She was like, "He's having fun. He can't have fun. Doesn't know he has lessons to learn, and life's about lessons, and he can't just have fun." Oh, it's streaming so hard right now. What is this? I got 15 matches, and they're all Stephanie, and someone keeps calling me and hanging up so they can yell at me. Oh, what those fucking douches I met from like 4 years ago? What the fuck do they want? God, so crazy. I'm just out of my gourd right now. 2, 3 days later, who the fuck keeps calling me? Holy shit, I'm totally out of shrooms right now. I'll try to talk to this person. They sound fucking crazy as shit. Want nothing to do with that. He doesn't know how lucky he is that he got my attention. Doesn't he know I'm protecting him from the people who keep trying to hurt him? You're not really protecting me if you are the one who is like the link to them. It's just retarded. Like when I get like I don't know what to say. I made a video so you can flick your bean in the bathtub. All right, I'm gonna go back to doing coding and shit and whatnot. I mean, I just want a hot Asian bitch. I'm not too picky on it. I actually kind of like tan skin and or at least don't bleach your skin and all that bullshit. Anyways, Stephanie just you're gonna have to take a couple of shots in the mouth at a minimum before I even begin to think about forgiveness. We're gonna have to do a little bit more than just shots in the mouth. You're like basically like until you actually are pregnant, I'm gonna hold this against you. And that's just the way it is. All right, peace out.